my Hans family, and welcome to day 5 of Hansween. You know the drill, Hansween is 31 tutorials in the month of October, which means a new tutorial every day. I had a broken doll written on my list of looks to do, but then decided I wanted a little twist with a bloody exposed look straight chillin' underneath. Product details and all the shit you need to know for Halloween is down below. Let's do it. Starting with yo bare face, let's sketch out the broken down pieces. Since I am painting in purple, I used a purple lip liner to do so. Since we're going to be including under our arms and we're going to be moving in this look, we want to use water activated paints because they dry completely matte and they stay in place. I'm custom mixing the paints to get my exact shade of purple I'm looking for. And the great thing about these paints is that you can just use a wet paper towel if you do want to wipe some off to rearrange kind of the shape that you created. With a small detail brush and some black eyeshadow, I start to draw out the broken pieces and cracks into the purple. The pieces we left open will be the exposed, bloody skull, so all of the cracks would move outwards from that point. It's good to start out with a few long cracks first and draw the little cracked pieces between these long lines. Jesus, Jordan, say crack one more time! It's even a good idea to look at a reference picture of some broken china to see exactly how they would move realistically. You can create some really organic shapes with it, or you can go more for a very geometric style. It's a good idea to leave some little gaps open so it shows where some little tiny shards have fallen out. Now I'm just going to draw out where I'm going to have the chest portion of my body, kind of like a mannequin style shape, and then I'm going to draw out where I'm going to have my arm meeting. Our little shoulders would be joints where it's connecting our arm and our little chest together. Same with the neck, we want a little tiny gap in between that as well. Anywhere where your body would bend, you basically want to create a kind of gap where a joint would be. With white body paint mixed with just a teensy bit of yellow, I fill in where our skull mouth is and a little bit of cheekbones that would show through. If you don't know exactly where to put these, feel around on your face to feel the shape that's already there right under your skin. Also fill in where you have the little pieces of shards missing with that white and the rest of your nose and body. Fill in the hollows of the skull with some maroon or black, and you can use the darker paint to shape your cheekbones how you prefer. You know how much I adore using cream paints to blend on top of water activated ones to highlight. I add this to the high points of the face and body where the light would catch, and this will also help make our shoulder joints look really circular by focusing on the center top portion. Now with black body paint, I solidify the lines around my shoulders and neck so that I can begin the shading process. Mixing between a dark purple eyeshadow and black, I want to make the shoulder joints look like a ball. Intensify the shadow right up against the line of our chest because that would cast the shadow down onto the shoulder. Same goes to the arm. Go right up to that line and create a soft gradient inwards. Under our arms would be the darkest because absolutely zero light would be hitting there. Draw a line just a little bit lower than our first on our neck because this is the gap that would allow our doll body to move. Fill with purple shadow and just like the joints, it would be a little darker inside, mainly towards the two sides of our neck. In the remaining cracks and lines on our face and body, draw out with some maroon to signify dark blood. I even filled in the nose and made some of the cracks a little thicker because I want more blood pooling there, you know. With a red shadow and an angled brush, I'm just going to draw out the teeth. This is pretty much the exact same method I used on my torn skull mouth that's all stapled up and shit. If you saw that tutorial, just drawing it out and then starting to draw the gums as well. The gum line goes in between each tooth, and draw these at more of an angle so that it doesn't look like it's just going straight up and flat. With that same red shadow, I'm blending this all out with more of a kind of erratic motion because the blood would be very messy. Keep the red darker towards the top where that purple broken part would be casting a shadow down, and blend just a little bit between each gum line. Do the same method all over any of the exposed parts of the skull. Here I'm just switching to a black shadow to darken up our lines. Put this in the same kind of erratic motions as before, but it's like a controlled chaos. Focus only on the areas that would recede back. The top of the skull mouth, including the gum line, would be extremely dark, as well as anywhere that has the broken pieces leaving a shadow underneath them. The nose holes would be super dark, they're complete holes, so I decided the red was a little too light, added black there too. A good rule of thumb to remember is that when there's a really deep shadow, there's usually a highlight kind of, hiding nearby. So I want to use cream paint to highlight all of the little broken pieces. This will in turn make these pieces look raised, which is the effect we are looking for. Focus it right up against the line of the shadow though. You don't want to highlight the entire piece. Add a little bit of white highlight to the front teeth, just the front, so it looks a little more curved. And added black shadow to just the crease of the eyes. I darkened it with a little bit of black. I wanted it there just to make it a whole cohesive look. You can do whatever eye look you choose. Add a little bit of white cream paint right underneath the eye and to my waterline, because you know, I want to look a little more doll-ish. And bring that black and purple shadow underneath that to create the illusion that the white is in our eye. I popped on 2 pairs of these Sugarpill lashes. These are the perfect doll lashes. They look pretty creepy too. And filled in my eyebrows just a little bit with some blue shadow so it went with the wig. We already highlighted all the broken pieces, but now we need to highlight our entire bodies. You can see that white cream paint right up against that line. Ooh, it makes the world of difference. So do this all around your little mannequin body. And use a little bit of purple shadow on the sides of the face to contour the face and the body even more. I threw on this awesome curly wig from Rockstar Wigs. It's one of my new favorite wigs ever. And I felt that it wasn't dollish enough, it wasn't like cutesy enough, so I wanted a few little blue dots here and there, and filled in a pink heart on the side with some pink body paint, and then darkened around that with the same red shadow. Draw on some little black circles to show that these are the bolts holding all of our pieces together, and pop on the contacts of your choice. These are the little X contacts from Camo Eyes. And that's it. I hope you guys liked my little version of a broken doll with just a little bit of gore to spice it up. Use the hashtag Hansween so I can see your looks, and subscribe if you haven't already. I just love the fuck out of you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah,